I gave Gunther all of the current WWE titles, simulated an entire year in universe mode to see how or where Gunther would end up. So let's get this started. Start off at WrestleMania Backlash, where Roman Reigns is looking to challenge Gunther for the WWE Championship. Eventually their fight goes to the outside and they start brawling. Roman Reigns kicks Gunther right in the face. He runs back into the ring and he wins the match by countout. The only problem is that Roman Reigns is not the champion, which means that he didn't win the title. What an idiot. What a stupid idiot. Gunther is still your champion. So now we go to the Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns does not get a rematch because he doesn't deserve it for being stupid. So now, instead of Reigns challenging, it's Edge. Gunther versus Edge for the WWE title inside of a Hell in a Cell. Edge is able to hit a execution, but he only gets a kick out. He gets to kick out at 2. And then he hits the Canadian Destroyer and the Spear to follow it up, and he still only gets a 2. So then Edge just picks him up, hits a giant powerbomb, and then hits a second spear to put down Gunther, and Edge wins the WWE Championship. This time, unlike Reigns, who was stupid. NXT in your house. We have Ilya Dragunov challenging Gunther, who's got both members of Imperium in his corner for the NXT Championship, and it's a crazy fight. Ilya Dragunov is able to hit a coast-to-coast and then a torpedo to follow it, and Gunther kicks out of that at 2. And then Gunther hits a massive drop kick off the top rope, beats up Ilya some more, and finally finishes him off with the Emerald Fusion, and Gunther retains the NXT Championship after a freaking banger of a match. We go on Money in the Bank. Gunther is looking to get back the WWE Championship that he lost a month ago to Edge. Gunther is able to hit his big power bomb, and Edge kicks out at 2. And then Edge is able to hit an Edge-O-Matic, an Execution, and a Spear. But he only gets a 2 count off of that. So then Edge goes for a corner spear, but Gunther counters that into a DDT. Edge is eventually able to throw Gunther into the ropes, hit him with the power slam, and Edge pins Gunther to retain the WWE Championship. NXT Great American Bash. Gunther defends the NXT North American Championship against Apollo Crews. Gunther proceeds to beat down Apollo Crews like he always does to all of his opponents. And then Gunther gets out outside of the ring. Apollo does an incredible Helo Senton. Yeah, that's what it is. Helo Senton. But then Gunther is able to finish off Apollo Crews with the powerbomb. Unfortunately for Apollo and the Apollo Nation, no titles for you. Sorry. At SummerSlam, we got a Universal Championship match. It is Sheamus taking on Gunther. And it's a pretty hard-hitting fight. And then Drew McIntyre comes out and he catches in the Money in the Bank briefcase, attacking Gunther from behind, making the match in a triple threat. And there's a lot of stuff that happened. You had a bro kick, a somersault plancha, a claymore, and then at the end, Sheamus hits an Irish Curse bro kick combo. Drew McIntyre is able to break it up, and then he hits a Glasgow Kiss onto Sheamus and pins him. For the 3 is Gunther is too late to respond, and Drew McIntyre steals the Universal Championship in the main event of SummerSlam. Now, before we get to Clash the Castle, I'd like to do a little plug. I'd like you to like, comment, and subscribe this video because it really helps me as a creator. So thank you for your support, and let's go on to the Clash of the Castle. Clash of the Castle, triple threat match. Gunther versus Sheamus versus McIntyre for the Universal Championship. Sheamus throws Drew McIntyre out of the ring and then immediately hits Gunther with a bro kick and takes him out of the match. Sheamus hits a Irish Curse and a bro kick combo for a 2 count. And finally, Sheamus hits a second Irish Curse and a second bro kick to finally put down Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus becomes the Universal Champion. Extreme Rules. Gunther defends the Intercontinental Championship against Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is able to hit a big Samoan spike, and Gunther kicks out. And eventually Gunther sets him up, hits the powerbomb, pins him, wins. Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship. Survivor Series War Games. We have a War Games match as the entirety of Imperium take on the Edgeheads. Edge, Edge, and Edge. I don't know why, but hey, that's in the script, so let's go with it. Edge puts Ludwig Kaiser through a table, and then he gets in the corner and he hits a big spear, and Giovanni, does a springboard drop kick to the other side of the ring, which gives Edge the time to pin Ludwig Kaiser, and the Edgeheads win the War Games match. Yeehaw. NXT War Games. We got Gunther defending the NXT Championship against Braun Breaker. Gunther has got Imperium in his corner, although I don't know how helpful they actually will be, because it seems like they don't really do anything in these matches. Gunther locks in the rear naked choke. Braun Breaker is able to get out of it, but then Gunther just hits a powerbomb, bridges him, pins him, wins. Gunther retains the NXT title in very dominant fashion. And he didn't even need Imperium to help him, so on top of that. We now arrive at New Year's Evil, where we have a fatal 5-way match between Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, Cameron Grimes, Axiom, and Ilya Dragunov. How did this match come to be? Well, in the last month, these 4 men won the War Games match, so So Shawn Michaels just like, you all get title shots. Good luck. We have absolute chaos going everywhere, inside, outside, maybe on the ramp, through the crowd. Probably not. And Cameron Grimes is able to hit a small package driver on the Axiom, and then Carmelo Hayes runs in, and he hits the cave-in to win the NXT Championship, because Gunther is on the outside just taunting, and Axiom is just walking around with the chair. Both of them didn't even realize that Carmelo Hayes was getting pinned somehow. Anyways, Carmelo Hayes is your NXT champion. Yeehaw. So now we are at the Royal Rumble. All we have tonight is a 30-man Royal Rumble match. The winner goes to WrestleMania. Gunther is in the late stages of the match. He makes it to nearly the end until, of all people, Roman Reigns eliminates him from the match. Revenge from me making fun of Roman Reigns and calling him stupid earlier. And then he throws out Giovanni as well for good measure. And then Roman Reigns wins the match. Roman Reigns throws Gargano out, and Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania, fully completing his revenge arc onto Gunther. So now we head to the Elimination Chamber. And while Roman Reigns has already secured his spot at WrestleMania, we have a chamber match for the WWE Championship. We have Edge, the current champion, still with his Rated R Superstar belt, Gunther, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns. He somehow sneaked his way into this match. Maybe he'll unify the titles. Interesting. Our first elimination is by Edge to Rollins. Seth Rollins hits a curb stomp as the freaking stupid camera is poning in on Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. You can see right here, Seth Rollins hits the curb stomp and eliminates Edge from the match, and we're going to have a new champion. Styles is then eliminated by Gunther via the powerbomb, and then Gunther eliminates another person via the powerbomb bridge. Great bridge, by the way. And then Gunther is eliminated by Roman Reigns to a spear. Once again, Roman gets his revenge on Gunther. It's kind of like just like kicking him down while he's down. You know how you kick a man while he's down? That's what Roman Reigns did to Gunther. Finally, Rollins eliminates Reigns by throwing him into the chamber, and then a pedigree immediately afterwards, and Seth Rollins wins the WWE Championship, decrying Reigns of becoming the undisputed WWE Universal Champion in this game. So, too bad for Gunther. That sucks. NXT Stand and Deliver. Gunther, former NXT champion, looking to get back the title that he never got pinned by, as he takes on the champion Cameron Grimes. Gunther dominates the match for the most part, and Gunther looks like to set it up for the end with the big powerbomb, but then the rope break. Cameron Grimes gets a rope break, and then he hits the cave-in out of nowhere, goes for a pin, and Gunther kicks out at 2. So then Gunther throws him into the ring, throws him and gets the ropes, catches him in a power slam, and pins him to get back the NXT Championship. By the way, that cave-in animation is so freaking good. I love it. It's my favorite move in the game. And now we are at WrestleMania. Night 1, of course, as we have Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against LA Knight. Gunther basically dominates the match like he usually does. So then Gunther looks to put it away by hitting a rear naked choke, and LA Knight counters it into a pin, trying to get the win, but unfortunately he did not. And then Gunther immediately gets back up, grabs him, hits him with a powerbomb with the bridge, pinfall, win. Gunther retains once again in dominant fashion. WrestleMania Night 2. Gunther defends the U.S. title against Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. They go to the outside and Gunther gets some brutal baseball bat shots into him. And then Solo Sikoa throws Gunther back in the ring. He hits the first Samoan spike, which Gunther is able to survive. But then he hits a second one onto Gunther, which Gunther fell. And Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline wins the United States Championship. And an ultimate insult to injury, Roman Reigns embarrasses Gunther, and then Gunther gets shown up at WrestleMania by Solo Sikoa. So now it's time to tally up to see where Gunther lands. Well, when it comes to the 2 world titles, he lost both of them. He lost the WWE title to Edge, and he never was able to recover that from that L. And then he lost the WWE Universal Championship to Sheamus at Clash of the Castle, and he was never able to get a rematch about that either. Gunther also was able to keep the Intercontinental Championship by beating LA Knight, but he lost the United States title to Solo Sikoa on Night 2. And then we have the 2 NXT belts, which Gunther was able to keep and retain in very dominant fashion. So at the end of the day, we got 3 titles, 3 L's, and 3 W's. And that is Gunther's ceiling, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.